back. This is Rum Runner. Today we got another episode for you. So I've been just here in the fortress, taking some pot shots at some blaze, and I'm getting kind of tired of having to individually kill blazes with my bow in order to get their rods. So I think today what we're going to do is build our blaze farm. So let me get some things together and get over to the spot, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so there is the spawner that we're going to make the blaze trap out of. It's secluded, it's part of where I'm doing all my wither hunting, or wither skeleton hunting, so it'll be nearby to that, and I can share whatever transit I make to get out here for that farm as well. I'm going to be using a design by Etho. I think it's the most common design. Does a pretty good job. I'll link to his tutorial that I will use. Yes, can I help you? Anyway, I will link to his tutorial in the description so you guys can also build yours. I'm not going to show you the step-by-step. It's his design. You should go to his YouTube page to see it, but I will show you incrementally how it's going up. But to start off, that's what it originally looked like. Alright, so step one for this thing is to encase it in some sort of block so that they can't spawn while they're bothering it or while you're making it. That would be very annoying. I'm going to encase it in dirt. It'll do the trick. No major issues. Easy to get rid of when I'm ready to open it back up. And I'm also going to take a potion of fire resistance, 8 minutes long, so that I don't have any problems with them lighting me on fire. Also, I'm going to get rid of that lava and that lava so we don't have any accidents or drop anything, or if I fall, no chance of hitting it. Anyway, I'm going to do that, and I will check back in a minute. Alright, and there you have it. I've removed everything around the spawner, and now it is just the spawnable area. Of course, with every spawner that spawns in a too high mob, it needs 2 blocks tall to do it. And just like every other mob spawner, you need to clear out all that space. So for this spawner, here's the bottom of it, and mobs can spawn 1 block lower. Of course, I don't need to fill that in because the second block above that also needs to be open in order for it to spawn. When we actually open this up to start going, I'll get rid of all this dirt, and they'll be able to spawn. But in the meantime, I want to make my cage for them at least that low. And then I'm going to go up to the top and do the same thing 1 block high on the top, because their feet can spawn in this block here, and they'll need room for their heads above their feet. Alright, so important note right here, as you're putting this together and finishing up your cage around here, make sure you put solid blocks, 2 of them, above the actual spawner. Last thing you want in your high efficiency blaze spawner is for a blaze to spawn literally right here on top of the cage and never go down into your trap to get destroyed. So you just put those 2 there, and when I remove the dirt later on, I will not remove those blocks. Alright, back at it. Okay, so I've done quite a bit more work here. Completed the cone part of the blaze farm. Essentially, the blaze spawn up where this dirt is, and they fall down onto the pressure pad, which will then power the repeater, and then the block underneath the piston, and then the piston will push out, pushing whatever is on the pressure pad into the middle. It then falls down to the next layer, and the process repeats. This is what it looks like on the inside. I use glass just in case the mob glitches through. They will not suffocate before it gets down to my killing mechanism down there, because then you lose blaze without killing them for their XP or their blaze rods. So to demonstrate how this works, I'm going to jump on one of these pads, and I'm going to end up down through the middle there. And there it is. Alright, so anybody familiar with this design should recognize this setup right here. I have finished the mechanical part of this. Still have a little bit of decorating to do, and I want to connect it to the rest of my Nether Fortress thing going on here. That's just going to be a walk-up viewing area right there so you can look inside. And I also need to figure out a way to get down here. I think I'm going to make a little bit of a base down here. I've got some support to build on. Should be a little bit nicer than the nothing that I have been building on. Yeah, as you can see, there's not a lot underneath me there, so... Alright, so anybody familiar with Etho's design for these blaze farms should recognize this setup right here. I have completed the blaze spawner, but I have not completely encased it, so I'm not too comfortable standing right here and with those gas flying around, taking pot shots and whatnot. But anyway, just a quick review of what I've done here. Nope, stay over there. They spawn up there, they go down through that funnel that I showed you before, and then all this over here is all the wiring, which I've completely encased in cobblestone so as not to take any chances. I don't want to be up there, you know, running around looking for wither skeletons, and a ghast takes a shot at me and misses and comes down here and hits, you know, some corner of this blaze farm, and I never figure out how to fix it. I want to try to avoid that, so I encased the entire thing in cobblestone, and the control area will be all in the nice stone brick, as you can see right down there. Alright, so there it is, all finished, the outside. I got the gate open, I'm ready to go in there and take out the dirt and get this thing running. So give me a second. Don't you shoot at me. Okay, heal up and take this and sort of cordon myself in here. That way, if they hit me, I don't go crazy. And basically, we're just gonna run through here, get rid of all the dirt, trying not to fall down into the machine. That would be bad. And I gotta fight these guys in here. Let's see, I can help myself out a little bit by just going like that. And then a little bit more dirt. Make sure I have everything. And then these guys, they shouldn't be able to hurt me unless they're right next to me. So that's why that was there. Is there a torch on the other side? I cannot remember. Ah, see, there it is. He spawned right next to me. Where is he? Come on. Alright, we come out here. Lock it up, and then... Oh, really? Ow! Aha! Oh, and one more block to place. There we go. And yeah, that should do the trick right there. Alright, let's take this for a spin real quick. Press that button. The gate closes above them. The back wall pushes in towards me. And Jesus, my goodness, that's very loud. Sorry about that. Anyway, the gate closes above. The back wall pushes towards me to put them on this block or this block. And then the crushes come in from the side and crush them for what should leave them with a one-hit kill. 1, 2. Done and done. That gate is holding any more from coming down, because the timing of the crusher, you want them to be exactly one hit kill, and you don't want them to come in there and get mixed in with the ones you've already processed. But once you're all set, you just hit that reset button, the gate opens, the wall pulls back, and more of them fall down ready to go. Alright guys, so I wanted to do one more small project before we end the episode. We have that blaze farm now working. I will continue to work on the aesthetics and the other things we could use around it, such as a enchanting table and anvil, crafting table, all that fun stuff. We'll get it up to that point. But I want to do a quick fun project with the disc player. I've got a little setup where I'm starting to get discs outside from skeletons and creepers, and I wanted to make myself a nice, easy way and sort of fun way to use the disc player. And I've got a spot perfectly picked out for it. Right here in my base, I was thinking right up at the top of these stairs here. Cleared out a little bit of space, and I think I'm going to put it right on this wall here. It's 7 blocks wide. I'm going to start right here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In there. Let me go get a few things, and I will be right back. Alright, so I have what I think is mostly what I need put together here. Now to build this, let's first lay down the frame. I had those there, and let's see, 1, 2, 3 like that. This guy was pointing out. 1, 2, 3, out. 1, 2, 3, and then over here 1, 2. So that guy's pointing out. Bam, bam. Let's finish this off. There. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this is what the frame is going to look like. And then we're going to have the actual record player right here, and then storage for it over here. Record player is going to sit right here on this block right here. And then we need to know when there's a record in there. And then depending upon the record, it's going to release a different strength signal. So this is just to make it all a 16 strength signal. Then we're going to go into a block. And then, let's see, this is the tough part. Throw out a little bit more space. We're actually going to have blocks on both sides here. That. Okay, so the record player will be right here. It'll release a signal. This will make the signal strong. I'm going to go into this block here. Kind of thinking I don't think I needed that repeater, but just to be safe, it'll go into this block, which will power this wire. And then the reason why these are repeaters are just that it doesn't repower the what is this thing called? Darn it, I'm having a brain block. Comparator, of course. And then from there, we're going to have 2 light fixtures on either side. And yeah. Okay, so the next step is to throw some blocks right there, because when I put in the record player and then put this stuff back here, I want to form a water canal up there. We don't need one there. Of course, the water canal cannot get into the wire, and the only spot it could is through here, but we'll have the record player there. Last part of this, I need to get in here real quick. We're going to have a dropper and a hopper set up. The dropper will be there, and the hopper will be right there. Right. So then that can go there. We can close that up. And let's see. Put our light back. And now we need to go get the actual, whatchamacallit, the actual record player. This is designed to be a randomizer. Basically, it's going to give me a random record every single time. And it will partially not allow the same record to play within 2 or 3 of itself. once I have a full set of records, of course. So that goes there, and we need to put the water in. So I'm going to break a block there, so that the water goes there instead of, you know, out and destroying all the torches there. This goes there, and bam. Perfect. Let me throw a block back there. There we go. Okay. So, when we put in a record, it'll start playing, and that will light up to indicate that there is a record in there. And then over here, we just need a way of getting them out of the dropper. Now, I know there's more than 9, but with the hopper right here, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 should give us plenty of room to fit all the records in there. Also, once we have all the records, I'm not sure exactly whether it's 13 or 14 or 12 at this point, I think it's 13, 9 of them will be in here, and when I'm done with a record and it pops up, the water will take it into the hopper. Before that record can get back into the dropper to be selected again, I have to first clear a space for it. And using that property, it will not play the same record twice. Now, for this part right here, let's see, there's one other thing I wanted to do. Let's put a nice block there, and I need to put that there, and we'll just close that up like that. And I need a couple of buttons. Actually, just one button. I'll use that guy. That's how we're going to get the record out. Just to test that. Bam. So we'll press this button, it'll shoot out a random record, because it'll pick one of the 9 spots. And we'll pick that up, and we'll come over here and just hit that. And we'll have our record, and we'll just throw it in. Again, hitting that, the record pops up, goes into the water, down into the hopper, and then into the dropper. And then when it's in there, when we press the button, it'll shoot a record out. Woohoo! But anyway, this is what I wanted to do here. Now the dropper is blocked by this, you know, nice little picture of the record. And then when we press this, well, there's nothing in it right now. So we can put some stuff in there, and then when we press that, it just shoots a record out. Say I don't like that one, I could just hit that, double click here, and that's that. So that's how that works. Nice little thing here, so that I can have some regular music in here, and I already checked. You can hear the music from all the way over here in my storage room. This is one of those not as loud one, but I don't know if you can hear that. It's definitely playing here. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I got. Alright, so I was playing around with this, and I have to make a quick adjustment here. I was noticing that the records were not making it back into the dispenser, and there's an easy solution for that. As you can see, the dispenser is not picking the records up, and the records that are in there are being held. Basically, that's because this light block right here is being powered, which is in turn powering this and keeping items from flowing through. So a quick, easy fix for this. I'm just going to pull this down here, throw that in there, like that, and that should still light that up and not allow things to be held in there. And as you can see, when I throw the record onto there, it gets sucked in and then put into the dispenser. And one more quick adjustment to the record player machine. Again, just playing around with it a little bit and realized that there was one other issue that I had to take care of. Essentially, a hopper always releases, when it's in here, the first item first. So if this is used for record storage, whatever records are not in that first item slot right there will never actually cycle through the system. So basically we need one hopper for every record that doesn't fit into here. I have a bunch of them right now. I don't have enough to fill all these in, but for the time being I want to have these ready to go for when I do have every single record. Basically we can do that by just going like that, and then what we'll do is we'll have, well, I can't show you right now, but basically we'll have 4 slots filled with something else, leaving just essentially 1 empty spot here for records in each one of these hoppers. Those 4 spots won't go into the dispenser because the dispenser will already be full with other records. In the meantime, I'm just going to leave them open, but when I hit all 12 records, 9 will be in there, 10, 11, 12. And then when I take one out of there, only the record that's in this first spot right here will advance forward to here, filling up that spot, etc., etc. And that'll leave just the 1 empty spot here at the beginning for whatever record comes out of the record player. Alright guys, thanks for checking out this video. Again, if you are interested in that Blaze Farm and want to make one for yourself, check out Etho's page, his YouTube channel. I will link it in the description. He does a very good step-by-step instructional video on that. Otherwise, I guess all there's left to say is I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.